yesterday definitely was the victory lap for all the training I've done, and it has changed me fundamentally as a person, I think, just in terms of believing in what I can do and can't do that I never thought I could.
Probably more confidence in herself was growing. Before she was always putting herself down and all that, but I think being involved in triathlon with the Witsup and with Coach Kate sort of just given her a lot more sort of confidence and belief, and so she's grown a lot in the last 12 months.
Oh, this last 12 months has taught me so much about myself. I think I read one of those, cheesy quotes online about how you can't train for an Ironman without it changing you, and this has definitely changed me in so many ways. I used to put so many limits on myself as to what I couldn't achieve. I used to have expectations of myself that were quite low, and I would not push those boundaries. This has taught me well and truly that I'm capable of more than I could ever imagine. The training, people say to you that you're going to draw on your training when you're out there, and I thought maybe they were joking because I felt like, I kind of blocked it out. The training was horrendous. So it was long and slow, and there was so much involved that I really found, when I was out there, when I got in those dark places, I really could go, okay, well, you've done this before, you can do it again. Sheer relief, excitement, thrilling. It was the most amazing feeling running down that chute. And hearing them say, Janine Kaye, you're an Ironman, is pretty damn awesome. But unfortunately, seasickness took a hold of me several times during that, and it did not go to plan. I almost pulled out, but I didn't. I decided to keep going even though I felt horrendous. And then I thought the bike would be tough with the wind, but I did not expect 27 seasons in one day. That part was pretty challenging. I couldn't keep any food down for the first 90 k's of the bike. I kept throwing up. So I'd run out of fluid nutrition, which I could keep down. So once I saw Brad's special needs, I was barely holding it together emotionally. I wanted to be excited when I came around for that first lap. I thought it'd be great to see the crowd and I'd get all pumped up. I just burst into tears. And then once I started feeling better about 120k on the bike, that seemed to settle in then, and I felt really good. And it's the first time ever I felt good for the entire run. And I just loved the atmosphere, the crowd, everyone chatting to you. It was just sensational. So it did definitely not go to plan in my head as to what I envisaged would happen on Ironman Day. But in saying that, the training certainly does prepare you for the dark places. Running with a friend of mine who, when I saw her coming out of T2, she was crying and she was ready to hand her timing chip in. And I told her, just run with me for a little bit. And she ran with me for about 30 k's, and she was company, and we were company for each other. We sort of drove each other on. That's pretty significant to be able to help someone keep going, but also she helped me in return. Just crossing through here, through Club Alley, and everybody cheering your name. And half the time you don't know whether they know you or it's because your name's on your bib. Just having your name cheered and everyone, so supportive is really quite a massive highlight, massive. And the finishing chute, that is just the bee's knees. Because a lot of people have said to me that I've inspired them to do things that they wouldn't ever think is possible. And it is nice to see the pros doing stuff, and we all like it, it's our sport. But it makes it more real and more tangible to be able to see someone normal, like me, very normal, very average, very not a podium getter, to do something outside their comfort zone and achieve something that they never ever thought was possible. And I have to admit, this whole Witsup experience, like I was already going to do the Ironman, but it sort of cemented the fact that I wanted to do a good job. I didn't want to let myself down. I didn't want to let anyone else down. I wanted to make my sponsors proud. They've given me so much support and help that I really wanted to do a good job for them. I did feel the pressure early on with having that sort of, not expectation behind me, but normally sponsors want results for normal people, and I felt that was a bit hard for me, at first. But they've been nothing but supportive and encouraging, and I'm very, very grateful for the experience.
It was really special seeing Mum do something so amazing, and especially in these conditions, it was really cool. It was also so amazing to see Mum do a swim and she spewed 7 times.
And also when she was running and like she was on her last lap and she was like smiling. Yay!
Well, I guess we never try and do the Ironman at the same time. We can juggle a half together. But yeah, I guess we're pretty lucky. The kids are quite supportive and yeah, I get the early shifts, so I get to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and she gets to sleep in and do them when the kids go to schools.
And this is Mum's program. Train, eat, sleep. My number one tip for kids whose parents are doing an Ironman is leave them alone. Give them some room. Trust me.
To just let them do what they're meant to do. And don't take their garment off charge. They get really angry.